Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a piece of tech you probably ignore until things go wrong with your TV setup. It's an HDMI splitter. Specifically, the WolfPack 1x4 model. Seems simple, right? But our mission today is to unpack the surprising amount of tech hiding inside this little box.
Yeah, it seems basic, but it tackles a really common modern headache. You've got one great HDMI source, maybe a Blu-ray player, new console, whatever, and you want to send that picture to, say, 4 different screens.
Simultaneously.
Exactly, simultaneously. And the key is doing it without the signal getting weak or running into those awful no-picture compatibility nightmares.
Right. So looking at the specs, it seems up to date. It handles 4K UHD, 60 hertz refresh rate, HDMI 2.0, and it's HDCP 2.2 compliant. That covers the modern standards.
Correct. And to push that signal out to 4 displays, especially if they're not right next to the source, needs a bit of oomph. That's where the built-in booster comes in.
Oh, the booster. So that's like an amplifier for the HDMI signal.
Precisely. It just makes sure the signal stays strong over longer cable runs. The details mention it can handle, I think, 30 feet with a standard 24-gauge HDMI cable.
Okay.
And maybe even 40 feet if you use a thicker recommended 22-gauge cable, which is, pretty good reach.
Especially for something that apparently lists for around $50. And it has a metal casing, which is nice for durability.
Yeah, the physical side, the signal strength, that's important. But the real cleverness, the part that solves the compatibility headaches, that's the EDID feature.
EDID. Okay, let's break that down. Extended Display Identification Data. Sounds complicated.
It does, but the concept is fairly simple. It's basically a little chunk of data stored on your TV or monitor. It's a VISA standard, actually.
Wait, and what does this data do?
It tells the source device, your Blu-ray player, your console, what the display is capable of, things like its maximum resolution, supported timing, stuff like that.
Okay, so the TV tells the source, hey, this is what I can handle. How does it communicate that?
It uses a specific channel within the HDMI cable itself called the DDC, the display data channel. It's like a little side channel just for this kind of configuration info.
Got it. And you're saying this splitter has an automatic EDID chip built in? That feels significant for the price point.
It really is. I mean, not too long ago, this kind of auto-sensing EDID management was usually found in professional AV gear costing like over $200 easily, sometimes much more.
Wow, so getting that tech down to $50 is a pretty big deal for, regular home users.
Absolutely. It democratizes that professional level compatibility. This EDID function is what really helps kill off those classic HDMI problems.
Like the HDCP handshake issues.
Yeah.
The ones where the screen just goes blank because of copy protection disagreement.
Exactly those. EDID helps smooth that whole process out, and it also fixes that other really annoying thing.
Oh, wait, let me guess. Is it when you have multiple TVs connected and you turn one TV off and suddenly another one loses its picture?
That's the one. A classic symptom of a simpler, dumber splitter not handling the display signals properly. This splitter, with its EDID smarts, should prevent that. It keeps the picture and sound synced up regardless of what the other connected displays are doing.
Okay, that sounds genuinely useful. But what about mixing different types of displays? That seems like the ultimate test.
Right. Like, say you have one nice new 4K TV, but the other 3 are older, maybe just 1080p resolution. What happens then?
Yeah, does it just fail? Or send a 4K signal that the old TVs can't show?
No, this is where the EDID really shines. The splitter checks the capabilities of all 4 connected displays. It reads their EDID info, and then it figures out the lowest common denominator. Basically, the highest resolution that every single one of the connected displays can handle.
So in my example, if one is 4K but 3 are 1080p...
It will tell the source device, okay, the best signal everyone can definitely handle is 1080p. So the source sends out a 1080p signal.
And that way, all 4 TVs get a picture, even the older ones. No black screens. That makes sense.
Exactly. It maximizes compatibility across the board. That's why it works well with a whole range of sources. Older consoles like PS3, Xbox 360, Apple TVs, satellite boxes, you name it.
So summing up then, the key takeaway isn't just that it splits this signal or boosts it. It's really this intelligent EDID chip acting as a kind of traffic cop or maybe a translator, ensuring everything talks nicely.
That's a great way to put it. It takes what could be a complex compatibility mess and automates the solution, making something pretty advanced, accessible, and affordable.
Okay, fantastic. But let's end with a slightly tricky question that circles back to that HDCP copy protection we mentioned.
All right.
We've established the splitter, and its EDID help manage HDCP handshakes. But the source material notes something important. Even if your source is HDCP compliant, you still need to make sure your TV is too. Why is that still crucial? If the source is secure, why does the TV's compliance matter so much?
That's fundamental to how HDCP works. It's an end-to-end encrypted connection. Think of it like a secure phone call. Both parties need the right keys to decrypt the conversation.
So the source device encrypts the signal.
Right. And it will only send that encrypted signal if the display device, the TV, proves it's also HDCP compliant and can securely receive and decrypt it. If the TV isn't compliant, the source simply refuses to send the picture.
Because it can't guarantee the content won't be copied or intercepted improperly on the display side.
Precisely. So even with a smart splitter helping things along, if your TV itself doesn't meet the HDCP standard required by the source content, you'll get nothing, no picture. That final check is still on you and your display.
Got it. So the chain of trust has to be complete from source through the splitter right to the screen itself. Makes sense.